Hello, I'm Drew from Coldborough Events, and here is your race briefing ahead of this Saturday's 2021 Tyne Trail Ultra. Before I get started, just remember that all the resources for the race, including locations, maps, timings, kit lists, everything can be found on tynetrailultra.com. If you just navigate to the South Tyne Trail pages, everything you need to know is on there. The first thing I have to mention is that we require you to fill out a COVID self-assessment form. This is really easy, it literally takes a few seconds. We've sent you a link in the latest email, and also that appears on the event information website, so you can just click on that. It literally takes a few seconds. So what to expect on the race morning: if you've booked a coach from the finish to the start, that'll be departing from the Boatside Inn at Warden at 6:30 a.m. Please park your car in the overflow car park. That will be signposted, just so we can leave the main car park free for the patrons of the pub. If you're unsure, getting a few inquiries, people who aren't sure if they can't remember if they booked a place on the coach, don't worry, just rock up, be there at 6:30 and we'll get that sorted out. If you are arriving to the start by car, if you just please be mindful on where you're parking and not block anyone's driveway. Just to let everyone know that Garrigill has next to no phone signal. The rest of the signal on the course is great, so you're not going to pick up a phone signal, so don't be relying on making phone calls when you arrive at the start. So registration is outside the Garrigill Village Hall, and we're not allowed inside, so that'll be taking place just outside the Village Hall. We do have access to the toilets, so there will be those facilities for those who need it. You may have a small wait whilst we'll get everyone registered, especially when the coach arrives and everyone comes to register. But we are expecting dry weather, so you don't need any umbrellas or anything there. So at registration, we're going to give you your race number. We're going to give you a waterproof map, which is excellent. It's annotated, all sides, waterproof. We will also give you a bag tag if you are dropping a car, a bag to be taken to the finish. And we'll also be sticking on your pack your race tracker. We need to fix that onto your strap on your backpack. It can't go inside your bag because it'll not send and receive the signal. Once you've left registration, you'll see a van outside, which is the drop bags. So if you're ready to race, you can just make sure your bag tag is attached to your bag. Pop that in the van, and then that'll go to the finish for you. We have made a last late change to the start. It was originally a 9 a.m. start in previous years. We did bring that forward to 8:30 a.m. We're actually going to be doing a staggered start between 8:30 and 9. So what we're going to do is when you're ready to race, if you just come to the flags on the village green, we'll scan the barcode on your number, and then you're good to go. We hope we can start the race earlier, so once you've registered you can get out, but this is dependent on us getting the marshals out on course to make sure that they're there before you get to them. So but if we can't get started earlier, it will be between 8:30 and 9, but we do expect everyone to be leaving shortly after 8:30. Okay, navigation. So at registration, we'll give you show one of these waterproof maps, which are excellent. They've got everything on there that you're going to need. It's got all of the locations of the aid stations. So using what 3 words, it's got the locations of those as well. You do need to carry a map. If you've got your own map, that's great. If you're carrying that, that's great. But you do need to have an actual map of the course. You can't rely purely on GPS devices. The course is marked with the daft as a brush plaques, which look like this. Okay, so this is intended as a walking course. So they'll have these on each turn on the course. They are on lampposts and things like that. So it's not like a normal race where if we're going to mark the whole course up that you'll have lots of arrows. So you're going to have to look out for those, okay? It is intended as a walking course and not for people running past them. So you might have to stop and take a look for those plaques, all right? You will also find there's large stretches where you don't see a plaque, whereas normally we might put a confirmation arrow now and then. You're just not going to see those on the course in between where there's turn-offs, okay? We highly recommend that you upload a GPX file to a device, a watch or your phone or a GPS device of your own. You can find that GPX file on the website. You can download that. Even if you don't want to subscribe to a mapping application or anything, there's loads of free ones out there, Trailfinder, OS Maps, and it can put a breadcrumb on there. Even if you've just got that as a backup, we highly recommend that. There are strict bits on the course which, you know, maybe confusing. If you've got that, it's just an extra backup. If you don't have the route on your phone, you can actually just navigate to the tracking page, which will have all of the runners participating. Their trackers will be on there, and you can actually see your own dot on the map. So that's a really good way to get to that location. If you just go to tynetrailultra.com, you will see the link which will take you to the live tracking page. So that is another backup if you do get lost or you want to check where you are on the course. So what to expect out on the course? We've got 8 stations at 20 kilometers, 40 kilometers, and 60 kilometers. These are support points. They're not checkpoints. You don't have to stop if you're in to win it. Just carry on running by. The aid stations will be providing with water, and we have flat Coke, and all the usual goodies: jelly babies, crisps, bananas, biscuits. If you've attended the event in previous years, you'll know that we supply hot buttered salted potatoes. Unfortunately, they'll not be available this year due to the fact that we can't get into the cafe at Alston. So we're just trying to manage your expectations with that one. On the course, just close all gates behind you. This is important. Just regardless, just keep it closed, and that keeps all the farmers happy. So what do you do out on course if you need assistance? The first thing you should do is call the event control number. You will see on your race number at the very bottom here, you do have the race number. That is the event control. So just call that if you need to speak to us for whatever reason. We'll try to assist you. If you find yourself in an emergency situation, you can press the button, this button here, for a couple of seconds on your GPX device, the tracker, and that's going to send a message straight away to us, and that's going to tell us that you basically need assistance straight away. So there's some emergency situation. Do try and follow it up with a phone call to that number, or we will try to establish where you are and get in contact with you, but we will be deploying someone to you as soon as possible. Before the race, they do get, quite often they get pressed accidentally. We'll be ignoring those until the race actually starts. Okay. We've got the card, close all gates. Okay, so that number that we've got there, just feel free if you wanted to call that at any time during the race. If you're just unsure about navigation, just call that number. We'll be able to see where you are, and we'll be able to help you and navigate you back onto the course. One special mention about safety on the last few kilometers. It is on a road to Warden into the finish line. It follows, on the road there are actual no footpaths. The course used to follow the river on the last section, but this came away in a landslide a few years ago. So there is a diversion at the end. It's not such a busy road, but the cars don't hang around. So take care. We do have caution runner signs on that road. When you depart the aid station, the last aid station prior to that, if we expect that you are going to finish in the dark, we will ask you to put some high-vis clothing on and your head torch. If you don't have high-vis clothing, we will ask you to wear a high-vis vest to get you along that last section of the road, okay? When you arrive at the finish, we will scan your barcode again on your race number. This gives you an accurate finish time. We will need to remove your tracker straight away, and then we'll reward you with your medal, your t-shirt, and there will be some nice hot soup and food available for you at the finish. We can't shake your hands, we can't pat you on the back. This is going to be strange for us, but we'll be giving you lots of enthusiasm at completing such a long race. But we look forward to seeing you at the finish. Finally, as event organisers, we always assess all the risks and minimise them as much as we can, but we just ask yourselves to constantly look out for the risks in front of you. Do your own dynamic risk assessment, call it what you want, but just take a look out and don't run beyond your capacity and your ability, okay? We look forward to seeing you on Saturday, bright and early. As I say, the weather's looking good. The course is excellent. We were on the course last week and it's all looking good, so we can't wait to get back out on those trails again, and we'll see you on Saturday. Thanks now.